It is the year of 256 BC. The Punic War rages on. The city of Carthage is calling all hands, mustering all warships to face the ever-growing Roman fleet. After their defeats at Mylae, Sulci and Tyndaris, they knew the Romans would come for Africa next. This string of defeats must have come as a shock to the Carthaginian world. The enemy had to be stopped, and the entirety of the Carthaginian might would soon fall upon the Romans. What happened next was nothing short of incredible, but would the Carthaginians be able to break Rome's momentum? Frustrated with their stalemate in Sicily and victorious at sea, Rome sought to change strategies and planned on attacking the Carthaginian heartland in North Africa. But the latter were not about to give up the seas, let alone allow the Romans to land on their shores. Both sides were determined to establish naval supremacy and invested large amounts of money and manpower in maintaining and increasing the size of their fleets. The Roman fleet of 330 warships and an unknown number of transports sailed from Ostia, the port of Rome, in early 256 BC. Commanded by the consuls for the year, Marcus Aetilius Regulus and Lucius Manlius Vulsulongus. The Romans embarked approximately 26,000 legionaries from the Roman forces on Sicily and set sail to Africa. But the Carthaginians knew of the Romans' intentions and mustered all of their 350 warships under Hanno the Great and Hamilcar. Both fleets met off Cape Ecnomus in southern Sicily. A total of an estimated 680 warships and 300,000 people participated in this battle, making it the largest naval engagement ever fought. At the time of Ecnomus, neither the speed nor maneuverability of the Roman ships, nor the skills of their crews were up to the standards of the Carthaginians. However, the Romans had become more skilled over the 4 years since they first built their navy, while the recent large increase in the size of the Carthaginian navy meant many of their crews had little experience. Consequently, the superiority in the Carthaginian ships' maneuverability and their crew seamanship was less than in previous engagements. Furthermore, the solidly built Roman ships were less susceptible to the effect of a successful ramming attack than the Carthaginians had anticipated. This meant that neither side had the clear upper hand prior to the famous Battle of Cape Ecnomus. The Roman fleet moved along the Sicilian coast in a compact formation. They were deployed in 4 squadrons of unequal size. The first 2 squadrons led the way, each arrayed in echelon, together forming a wedge. The squadron to the right was under Vulso and the squadron to the left under Regulus. The consuls' hexaremes sailed alongside each other at the point of the wedge. The 3rd squadron was immediately behind them, towing the transports. The 4th was in a line abreast, protecting the rear. The Carthaginians sailed east, expecting to encounter the Roman fleet, and were possibly warned of its approach by small scout ships. They were organized in 3 unequally sized squadrons, arranged in a single line abreast with their left landward wing advanced. The Carthaginian center was commanded by Hamilcar and their right by Hanno. The fleets sighted each other and both advanced. As the 2 leading Roman squadrons made for the middle of the Carthaginian line, Hamilcar staged a feigned retreat with his center. Both consuls pursued Hamilcar, confident in victory. The Roman 3rd squadron, towing the transports, fell behind and a gap opened between the 2 leading and the 2 rear Roman squadrons. Both Carthaginian wings advanced on the 2 rearmost squadrons, bypassing the Roman center and attempting to attack from the flanks to avoid the Corvus boarding mechanism. The Carthaginian left attacked the Roman warships that were towing the transports. The Romans cast off their tows to be able to maneuver. The Carthaginian right was composed of the fastest and most maneuverable Carthaginian ships and attacked the Roman squadron at the rear of their fleet, their 4th, which was being impeded by the now drifting transports. Having separated the Roman center from the 2 rearmost squadrons, Hamilcar and his ships of the retreating Carthaginian center squadron turned to fight the pursuing Romans. The battle thus devolved into 3 separate fights. Once the warships became locked in combat, the 3 fights became shapeless brawls. Superior ship handling counted for little now, and this was ideal for the Romans. Once the Corvus was deployed, they boarded the enemy ships and made great use of all the experienced and heavily armored legionaries they had embarked to transport to Africa. The commanders of the Roman 3rd Squadron felt outmatched and retreated to the shore. The Carthaginian 1st Squadron was unable to cut them off from the coast. Once there, the Roman 3rd Squadron took up a defensive position. They halted in shallow water facing away from the land, so that the Carthaginians could only attack their flanks with difficulty, and had to face the Romans' corvée if they attacked from the front. Despite this, the fight was the one where the Romans were the most hard-pressed. The rearmost Roman squadron was also outfought by the Carthaginians' 3rd Squadron. It put up a stout resistance, but its situation became desperate. The battle was decided in the fight between the two fleet centers, the Roman 1st and 2nd Squadrons fighting the Carthaginian 2nd Squadron. Several Roman ships were rammed and sunk, as were several Carthaginian. More Carthaginian ships were boarded and captured. After a long fight, the crews of the surviving ships on the Carthaginian center lost hearts and fled. The Roman center broke off its pursuit in response to the consul's signals and rode back to assist their fellow countrymen. Vulso attacked the Carthaginian first. Regulus launched an attack on Hanno's ships. Under threats of becoming trapped in a hammer and anvil attack, Hanno was forced to withdraw, but the Carthaginian 1st Squadron fought on. They'd soon be surrounded by both consuls. This was when the Carthaginians suffered their heaviest losses. 50 of their ships, trapped against the shore and heavily outnumbered, eventually surrendered. After a prolonged and confused day of fighting, the Carthaginians had been decisively defeated, losing 30 ships sunk and 64 captured to Roman losses of just 24 ships sunk. The Carthaginians lost between 30,000 and 40,000 men, the majority captured. Roman casualties were approximately 10,000 killed. Following the battle, the Romans landed in Sicily for repairs, to rest their crews and to reorganize their forces. The Carthaginian fleet fell back to home waters where it prepared to fight again. The road to Africa was now more open than ever. But would the Romans take the fight into Africa? Would they successfully land? If you enjoyed this essay on the Punic Wars, I'd suggest one of the videos on your screen right now. Have a great day, stay wonderful, and Wolf out.